Diane in Denmark here, woohoo, we made it to Tuesday. Tuesday in Flylady land, as I like to call it, is Plan and Play Day. Now, I've made videos about all of these things, they all make up the daily focus, the Flylady's basic weekly plan. And I just want to point out here, because I know some of you have been struggling recently and trying to do too much and thinking, oh, there's another thing that I have to do and what's this daily focus? That the idea behind every single part of the Flylady system is that we're joining up the dots and doing things in a logical order, and it makes less work for us. This is not more work for you. If you just do a little bit and follow the basic plan, you're going to see after a couple of weeks how it all fits together and you're making less work for yourself. So you may be resisting and saying, oh, I don't want to do, for example, a bit of menu planning, but you know what happens if you don't plan your menu. Suddenly you're standing there at 5 o'clock, the kids are holding on to your ankles and you don't know what's for dinner, and then you're feeling stressed, and then you end up getting a takeaway or having to go out, and then everybody's getting tired and grumpy. So I'm just saying to you, a wee bit of planning ahead, a wee bit of cleaning in your kitchen gets you much further along the line than kind of, having to be forced to do it. So anyway, just a wee word about Plan and Play Day. Plan and Play Day, you're just going to take your timer, your trusty timer for 10 minutes, sit down with a cup of coffee, a glass of water. Perhaps you can do it in your lunch break at work. That's when I was working, I often used to do this kind of thing when I was sitting with my colleagues at lunchtime or break time. And you can do various things on Plan and Play Day. I've got mine written down in my control journal. Remember I told you I've got a page for each of the daily focus days, and Tuesday, plan and play. Now, I'll just read out a couple of examples. Planning your menu for the next couple of days, or planning your menu for the next week. I'll tell you what we had to eat last week. Maybe you want to check bank statements, maybe you want to, look and see what's in your bank account instead of avoiding it. Look ahead, are there birthdays coming up, holidays? Last week we got our flights booked for Christmas, and also we're going to Edinburgh for my brother getting married, so that's all booked. And then we need to think about gifts, and so all of those kind of things. Also remember to do a bit of planning for the play thing. Don't forget about your friends, your family. Schedule in some time to meet up with a friend, just to go for a wee walk around the block, or to meet up for dinner. You've seen me on Instagram. I'm quite often meet up with some of my friends here to do something like that. Anyway, on with the menu planning, which menu planning was always really tough for me, but I've realised by forcing myself to do it, I don't always want to do my Flylady stuff, but I do it because I know that if I don't do it, I'm in an even worse place, and I don't want to go back to the dark side. So anyway, what I normally do on a Tuesday is take my timer, glass of water, a cup of coffee, and I sit down and I plan my menu for the week, and I just write it into my diary. And then when I'm making my plan in my diary, I also make my little to-do list, and I can add things to my errand list for when I'm doing my grocery shopping. So you see how that fits together. I'm kind of sitting here thinking, okay, I check what's in the fridge, I check what's in the cabinets behind you. You're sitting on the food. Mind your feet. I hope you got clean feet. And I just put together, the ideas. I look back at what we've had before. I've got a running list in my control journal. I've now moved it into here of, ideas for chicken, ideas for veggie days, ideas for quick suppers when we're all in and out. So I take those ideas and I write down in my diary what we're planning to have for the week. Sometimes the days change, depending on what's going on. And then I can put things onto my errand list, and then I'm ready for when I do my grocery shopping. Anyway, let me see. I want to make this a quick video today because I've got things to do, people to see, fun to have. So I'll just give you a rundown of what we had last week. Let me see. I'll start with last Monday. I was going into dinner with my friend Catherine from New Zealand, North Ireland, and the kids and the family, they had a ready-made lasagna and salad, so I could just leave that for them. On Tuesday we had Danish soup. Now Danish soup is Danish meatballs and dumplings, which you buy ready-made here in packets. You might have seen it on, I made a video about it once yet, and you add carrots and stock. So we had that. That was a very simple thing with rye bread rolls with cheese and ham. That was the day that I went to to Malmö with Vibeke, so that's why I made something easy for the evening, because I was tired after all that thrift shopping. On Wednesday I made chili con carne in the Instant Pot, and we had that along with rice and guacamole and salsa and tortilla chips. Always popular with the kids, and my son took the leftovers the next day in a wee thermos for his lunch at high school. On Thursday we had tortellini, and I did it with spinach and red pepper, and I can't remember what else I had to use up in the fridge. On Friday I did my Danish mother-in-law's Thai prawns, Thai shrimp. I've done a video about that. I'll put the link up there. It's got nothing to do with Thailand, but it's a really tasty, easy dish. All my recipes are easy. And on Saturday we were planning to have black bean burritos, but we actually got a takeaway, and we got an Indian takeaway. It was very good actually. So I've moved that idea onto this week. And then on Sunday, I made a quiche, a wholemeal quiche. I've always got a couple of packets of ready mix for making a quiche base. And I made it with chicken and bacon because I had some leftover cooked chicken in the freezer and some bacon. And we had that for salad. And then yesterday, I was out at my Swedish evening class. And I left for the kids and for hubby, I left them oxycle i fill, which was beef in a bowl, which is the first ever dish my husband cooked for me when we were courting, 25 years ago. And I made a video about that, so I'll put a link up there. If you're squeamish, don't go look at it. It's basically like a shepherd's pie, hachis parmentier, with tons and tons of ketchup. It's an 80s dish, but anyway, it's really tasty, and I've got the leftovers for lunch today. So anyway, that's what we had last week. So just keep it simple, and the main thing is that you check what you already have, so we're not going out buying more food and ending up with these huge stocks of stuff. And as you can see, I don't have a huge kitchen. We don't have overhead cupboards. We only have the drawers down below, so I need to run a tight ship, and actually I prefer it that way, because before I would be like a little hamster and buying too much stuff, not having a plan for it, and then throwing it out, and that's just a waste of money. Anyway, just a reminder that it's kitchen week, and I have to share with you something funny, because I got a lot of comments yesterday. I was talking about tea towels, and we're off to Tokyo at the end of the week, and I'll be buying a new souvenir tea towel. Here's one from Paris, and I was showing the tea towels. There was nothing that I had to declutter yesterday, and I pulled out this one. And a couple of you, and somebody else has mentioned this before, you thought I had a Doctor Who tea towel. Sorry to disappoint you. This is not the TARDIS. It's a Greek scene. This is a tea towel that I bought in Kos, one of the beautiful Greek islands, when we're there for our holidays this summer. So it's not a TARDIS. It looks a wee bit like a TARDIS. Anyway, and I'm not sure if it's bigger in the inside. And I haven't seen the new Doctor Who, for anybody who was asking. I haven't seen that yet. Anyway, I need to get running, and my task for here, you saw me cleaning, doing a bit of detail cleaning here. My task today is to take my wee Flylady, I'm all in purple today, look at that, purple, my Flylady pen, I'm so proud of you, my purple rag, and a wee bit of cleaning fluid, environmentally friendly stuff, and I'm just going to do the fronts of the cabinets while this video is uploading, and I shall be done. Okay, anyway, see you tomorrow. Is there anything else to say? No. Hope you have a fantastic day. Bit dull here today, but it looks like the sun might come out, and we're really getting the shorter days now. I've talked about this before. In the summer, we've got these beautiful long days and long evenings. Now in the morning it's dark until about 7:15 in the morning. And then it starts getting dark again. Like last night it was 6:15, it was getting dark, and 6:30, you know, pitch black. So anyway, have a great day out there, make the most of it, and live long and prosper. May the Danish sugar be with you, and jelly beans.